Hello and welcome back to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam,
I'm Corey Baumeister.
and we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are wrapping up Companion Week on Versus Live. 12 Companion decks across 2 days.
Yep.
Played some Pioneer on Tuesday. We're doing Modern today. We are playing for the marbles.
For the marbles. So far, before we start this final match, what across all the formats, all the companions we've played, what has just impressed you the most?
It's got to be Lurrus and Yorion.
Yeah.
I think that the decks they're in are even. It's been those are the best decks without the companion and
Yep.
just unbelievable with them.
Mhm.
Whereas the Gyruda decks will often just win when they resolve Gyruda, but they're very disruptible. And the other ones just don't have the same impact really.
Yeah, I think one card we just haven't done, maybe just off personal bias of decks we like to play, is Karuga. Karuga and Jeskai Fires is still very good. I still find that, once again, an easy to manipulate deck, but it was just the best deck, I think, going into New Ikoria Standard. So it makes sense that it would still be good now, but it is kind of easy to play around. They get Mystical Dispute, so it's not like Gyruda where they're limited to not have the best blue card in Standard anyways. But it's still you're able to know what you're playing against, so you know what to mulligan against Karuga decks. And then the ability is just like okay. But that is one companion we didn't really explore too much, I feel. But
that one hasn't really made it into Pioneer and Modern, though.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a single deck with it.
I don't think so, yeah.
And then,
just Jeskai Fires and that's it.
Yeah, in those formats, it's just too difficult to have that restriction and not be doing things on the early turns of the game. They're just too fast. So that one, is really just finding home in Standard. And when we go back to Standard, I'm sure we'll get to it.
Yep, sounds great. And yeah, for me, I'm totally echoing the same. Yorion and Lurrus feel like the only ones that can make it across formats. Yorion stops at Modern, in my opinion. Some people have been playing Legacy and Vintage Yorion decks. I think that's just, wrong. But Lurrus has proven to make it everywhere,
Yeah. I mean, the one that, keys off of cheap spells. Who
would have guessed? Yeah.
Okay.
Cheap spells are good. Who would have guessed?
So this Yorion deck that you're playing is actually Temur Uroza, which is one of your favorite decks from pre-Ikoria.
Yep. And it was actually a deck list that was sent to me by some of you out there. A fan deck sent this to the show that loved the show.
So you really are taking the companion theme to heart.
I really am. Our Twitch chat companions here is building this one here, and I thought it looked really cool. It's just another take on an already powerful deck. We got Astrolabe with Yorion. Yep. Enough said.
Astrolabe, blinking your Urza, getting another Construct is really nice.
Blinking your first Construct to net even.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be playing, pretty stock humans. Humans has been doing pretty well, even though the companion is not a big part of it. But Jegantha does come around for free, and sometimes you just need a 5/5, especially when people load up on removal. Just having an extra creature that you cast late that can close out the game is really nice.
Yeah.
And this deck also gets another Ikoria card, which is General Kudra of Dranith.
Yep.
Really good at, disrupting Lurrus, disrupting Uro in this matchup. Should be a really nice one here.
Yeah. And one thing about Jegantha is it's not really ever going to help your deck, but it is that thing. Humans has a flood problem. When it floods, you just lose. But if now you always have, at least if you hit the 5th land, a 5/5 body, that's great. Can't get Galv Blast. I think it's a pretty sweet free addition into the deck, All right, so you are going to be going first.
And this hand looks solid. I will keep it.
My hand is not amazing or anything, but actually it is pretty strong, so I'm going to keep.
Okay, I will start with a Noble Hierarch.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Now let's start with a Astrolabe.
Yep.
And a Bauble and pass to you.
Ooh, it's an interesting one. Yeah. I think I'm just going to play Mantis Rider and get in for 4.
Okay.
Start the beatdowns.
That is a good play.
16.
16.
You can go.
Okay. Untap. I don't think I want to use Bauble. Let's think here, though. I guess I technically can. I have the power. I can't really do anything too effective. Yeah, we're gonna not sack Bauble. Now let's go with Emery?
Yep.
Didn't hit anything valuable, but we're going to just go with a land, have Bobble active, and pass to you. You really only need the one trigger thing to work with Emery. You know, it's great if you have like EE against you. That's going to be the backbreaker, but...
I will play Champion of the Parish.
Champion of the Parish resolves.
I will play Phantasmal Image.
That one I'm going to rebuke.
Surprised. Attack for 4.
Okay, I will go to 12.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Scary board. It's definitely a scary board right now. We're going to start by bobbling myself. Don't really want that. I could go... Yeah, we're going to sacrifice this.
Brings you to 11.
Yep. And... just going to get a basic island. And... gonna go with a goose, get a crisperone. We're going to bring back Bobble, and I'll pass to you. Draw for Bobble.
I am going to play a General Kudrow.
Got another rebuke. Gonna leave the Bobble open.
Attack for 4.
All right, down to 8.
Down to 7. You fetched last turn.
Oh, yeah. 7.
Pass the turn.
All right, Bobble, you. Okay, untap. What was it? I didn't even look. Okay, thanks. Draw for Bobble. Draw one more. You. Okay, so now we got a sweet little play. We're gonna go bring back Bobble. Now going to play a land and sack of food. We're gonna play Yorion. Spin. I'm going to blink, 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 and say go. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Get a food. Draw a card. Then we'll mill 4.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Euro. No. Okay. Pass to you. And then draw for... No, I haven't bobbled yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Unclaimed territory on human.
Okay.
And I think this is going to be our only real line. Yeah. Reflector Mage, bounce the Yorion. Get a counter on champion. And attack for 5.
Attacking for 5. So I could go down to 2. That's a little risky. I do want to be able to leave up mana like sack of food. Plus goose here is something that I will probably want. Same with Emery. So first we're going to do this. We're going to start by bobbling, see what we're going to draw. That's a nice one. So let's go block that. Take 2.
You go to 5.
All right.
Pass the turn.
So draw 2. 1 for bobble.
You got 7 in hand. 8.
8. Yep. So I can't cast Yorion. So what can we do this turn? I really wish I had like Gelb Blast here in the main. They were in the sideboard here. Probably something that I should have changed because I have like, you know, It's still a Sanctuary deck, but I have no real good targets to bring back. So that's a bit of a problem right now. But let's start with a Sanctuary.
Not getting anything.
Not getting anything. Green. We're going to Uro.
Brings you to 8.
Yep. Draw. Put a land into play. Once again, not getting anything. So those are my 2 lands for the turn. And I'm going to go with another Astrolabe. Draw.
Yep.
And then the question is, do I want to activate Emery right now? Or do I want to hold it back for a possible blocker? And I think right now I kind of have to hold it back for a blocker. I have enough cards. It's like I'm not stretched for resources. So we're going to play a Bobble. And we're going to pass to you.
It's a pretty good draw.
Not the words I wanted to hear from your mouth.
Yeah, let's play a Kitesail Freebooter.
Okay, I have all creatures. You saw my plan of flashing in a Quaddle, and it's probably going to upset you.
Yeah, that is like easily the worst possible hand I could have seen.
Yeah. This hand is nice right now. I really tried to have the setup turns where I'm going to squeak and live this turn and then hopefully just gain complete control next turn. So the Uro was perfect there because it did allow me to Uro, play an Astrolabe, and Quaddle, and get a little life buffer here. So if I live till next turn, I feel quite good right now. Do you feel quite good? Yes. I do have the option to just unearth an Uro as well. Probably not going to be the case, but...
Well, we do have a Thalia's Lieutenant, so we'll get counters everywhere.
Scary. You did put a counter on Freebooter.
Yeah.
From the Freebooter, yeah.
Because I got 1 from this, and then 1 here, and then 2 here. You've got something over here.
Okay.
The real question now is, how do I want to attack?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have...
I have enough snow permanents in case you were wondering.
Yeah. You're going to have Ice Fang plus Yorion next turn, so potentially 4 blockers. That will deal not enough.
You got 1 card, so not bad there.
But if I Slam Jam...
Slam a jam it.
And we block here, trade for the Mantis Rider.
Probably take 3.
Yeah, take 3, go to 5. Then you do all that. You have 2 blockers. Yeah, I think that's my best shot. So let's attack with my 3 creatures.
Okay, and it'll be interesting. I might actually want to block the champion here because Yorion. What does this card even do? Okay. Alrighty then. I kind of want to block and actually kill champion here, but I guess I can just block with a Quaddle to that later. I definitely want to chump. So I guess if I block like this, then I take 7 unless I chump like this. So it makes a lot more sense for me to do this, I think.
Yeah,
so,
especially the other Quaddle that can trade for this next turn.
So we're going to do that.
Okay, so you take 3, brings you to 5.
Yep.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right, I think I can safely bobble you. Okay. Overhead camera.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so draw 2. 1 for bobble, 1 for turn. That was heinous. So now our Yorion turn is good, but the real question is Uro plus Ice Fang better? And And it definitely might be. Uro is pretty good against your board right now. Plus, it would maybe give me mana to do something else. Okay. So I think we're going to start with that. I'm going to Uro.
It's going to bring you to 8.
Get rid of all the lands, or at least most of them. I don't think I have a way to return creatures too well. So yeah, we're going to go to 8. Draw. Land for Uro. Land for the turn. Give away a little bit of extra info there. And then I think I'm just going to pass it to you with able to sack a food plus Quaddle as my defensive measure. So, yep, your turn. So we're effectively at 11 with 2 blockers here on this board, and you're drawing a land, so that's probably not great for you. But you do have access to Jegantha now, and it's not insane or anything. Yes. Yes.
So, once again, just jam. You are probably, you're just making the obvious blocks and taking 8, which would be good enough, but you have a food. So then you would be at 3. And you can Uro plus Yorion next turn. Probably have to fetch for that. You'd be at 2, then you'd be at 5. And you would have 2 blockers. And then I could draw any image, any anthem, any Mantis Rider to kill you.
Don't love that. Don't love outs for you.
Because if you blink the Yorion or blink the Uro, it's no longer a blocker. Yeah. So, and it's soaking up 3 damage. So the second Uro doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah. So we just have to jam. Once again, name human. We have Ziggurats for anything else. Have another Mantis Rider. Slam.
All right, this gets a counter as well.
That's important because that means it actually trades for the Uro.
Yeah, I think I actually want it to trade for the. I guess it doesn't really matter. So Quaddle, draw.
Yep.
Not drawing well though, that's for sure. So I guess I have to block this, and I have to block that, right?
Yeah, it's easily the best 1.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
All right. Well, how about I sack a food before I die?
So you're gonna end at 3.
Yep. You lose your 2 creatures,
and you're up.
All right. It's way closer than I thought. This was. Well, no, this was. I was pretty far behind right away, to be honest. So, all right, I'm gonna pick these up. They're just lands. Oh. That's cute.
Draw a good one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's got to be a backbreaker for you. Okay, so 3. Now let's go with. Start with Uro. That's not how that works. So let's start with this.
It's gonna bring you to 6.
5. All right, up to 6. Draw. Got plenty of lands to put into play. So we're gonna go like this. So I think we can safely go land tapped, and for our land for our turn, we'll go like this. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Okay, now I think this should shut down any out. Just trying to double check. So I can block this. Yeah, okay.
EE for 2.
EE for 2. And now I don't want to sack the land just in case, and pass to you. Big draw step.
attack with Freebooter.
Oh, I'll blow it up. Even if you got a 2-drop, I still think it's worth it.
Meddling Mage on Yorion.
All right.
Pass the turn.
Okay. I'll sack.
You're 5.
Do I need to sack? That's probably no point in that. So.
You're at 6.
Yep.
You have 6 damage on the battlefield. So
Yep.
has like nothing, and I can get a mage or reflector mage or mantis rider.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to attack. Go to 9, and you're at 20 or something, right?
Yeah. And I'll take it. Go to 14.
All right. I'm gonna draw. Put some lands into play. Play that for the turn. So you go to 14.
Yep.
All right. Now here's where I pull super far ahead. We're going to go with Uroza. We'll get a Matthias. Now let's go with green, blue, green. Uro. Keep the other one.
You're
Go to
12.
12. Draw. Land. And this is free. Play a lantern. And pass to you.
You want to exile a card?
No. You're good. And now I got Unit Cryptic Lock, so the sanctuaries. Oh wait, I might not have any more sanctuaries. I would assume I have more than 2, but otherwise the cryptic should be enough to lock you out of this one.
Well, you have 1, 2, this is a 4/4.
Yep.
So you need
You're not dead next turn, but I'm just saying you're locked. But
okay. Well, I will cast Jegantha.
okay, counter draw. I'll have to sack here for a basic. Oh, I guess I don't. I'll do it anyways. I already said that. Yeah, so counter draw.
You're at 11.
Yep. Draw. Okay.
Attack for 4.
I'll take it.
Brings you to 7.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
I'll go to 6. Hoping we have another sanctuary. Okay.
80 card deck, I assume you've got at least
I was
3.
hoping there was at least 3. There is only 3 though, so we'll put that cryptic on top. This on top, and end step, I'll cycle and untap. What do we got? A 4, 4, 10, 11 damage, and you're at 14?
Yeah.
Okay. Draw for my turn. Now we'll go with, I'll play a bobble and attack with these. Trigger, draw.
Brings you to 9.
Yep.
And I don't think there's any point in me chump blocking. Yeah, you would just get to Yorion. So I take 11, go to 3.
Yep. And then second main, this is kind of sweet. Tap those for mana. 4, 5. Yorion. Oh yeah. Okay. Good point. Good point. Well. Bounce, draw a card. Yorion. And then we'll blink out these. We'll blink out Uroza. These will be coming back. And we'll also Uro. Keep the good one.
Brings you to 12.
12. Draw. Land tapped. Bring these back. Draw 2. Get another Matthias. And it's your go.
Not a very good draw.
Anyone's game.
Meddling Mage.
Yep.
Name Cryptic Command.
Okay.
Freebooter.
Okay. I will respond by spinning.
Yep.
It's all random.
Yeah.
Okay.
What can I realistically do at this point?
Nothing.
Yeah,
I just have 4 attackers that you have to chump. Like, you're in the
Yeah.
abyss, so.
Very good.
All right, well, we saw the explosive power of attacking for 4 on turn 2 from you, and just the slowly being able to grind back into the game.
Yeah.
Until I just had a turn where it was just absurd, like.
Yeah, it ended up being me missing that 3rd land drop for a little bit.
Yeah.
And because my hand was pretty full of 3s, and so you're able to effectively like keep me off of burying you because of the rebukes.
Yeah.
And then later when you had the coatls, just had enough cheap interaction there.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get to my double spell turns fast enough.
Exactly. And I got to break up your double spell turns, which was pretty important.
Yeah.
And then freebooter just missing on spells when I have just a great hand.
Yeah.
That was the point of the game where it's just like the dynamic shifted from you being ahead to me. So, all right, we're going to take a short break. We're going to get some sideboarding in here. I know I'm going to be getting some Galvanic Blasts, so that's going to be nice. But I also have 80 cards, so it's going to be harder to see them. We're going to take a short break and then get sideboarding going, so we'll see you in a second.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Jegantha Humans and Yorion Uroza.
For the marbles.
I'm down a game, back against the wall.
Yep.
We got some collector oofs, which are obviously great here against all the bubbles and EEs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One dismember to, help deal with Uroza and Emery specifically. Can also potentially let me attack into an Uro.
Yep.
Can kill Yorion. So that's a good removal spot for the matchup. The one Grafdigger's Cage stops Emery and Uro escapes. So I think 1 is reasonable. You don't want to be too reactive in this matchup.
Yeah.
And then I like Malcontents as a way to push through those final points of damage. Corey doesn't have a ton of removal in his deck. And, most of the time he's establishing a board advantage and using that to win the game. And I have several humans left over. So playing this and maybe copying it with an image can deal, 6, 8, 10 damage.
Yeah, that card's terrifying.
And finish out the game. So these are the 5 I'm bringing in. I think Kitesail Freebooter is just the worst card in the deck, so I'm cutting it.
Yeah.
And then Image and Thalia are cards you don't want to see in huge numbers, so they're the easiest cards to trim. Almost every card in the deck, there's no obviously bad card here.
Yeah.
So it's a tough matchup to sideboard in, but these are the cards with the most diminishing returns, and this is just the worst card. So
yeah, it's honestly these kind of effects from human beatdown decks and stuff I'm more afraid of than like Mantis Riders, even though those are the cards that get you to the point. Like I always have answers for those cards, but the cheese me cards are the ones I always forget and get rocked. Mine, pretty simple sideboard. Galvanic Blast is something that maybe should just be in the main deck because I think it is a very good card. If I would change moving forward, I would for sure get out these kind of random stuff. Deprive is a cute thing with Mystical Sanctuary and stuff, so that's kind of cute. Good card in control matchups, but I think it's our worst counter spell. Same with Spellbomb. Spellbomb can actually be decent sometimes, but it's really good at protecting your Urza. Just playing it after you play Urza, and then for 1, you just can protect it. You're not really killing it besides the Dismember. There's Reflector Mages and stuff too, but that's already bouncing, so that's kind of awkward there.
The best thing that card does in this matchup is reset a big champion of the parish.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true. Or bounce Meddling Mage if it's locking down a key spell. I think that's a pretty big thing as well. But yeah, I don't think it's insanely valuable. But you know what is valuable?
Chat.
Questions from our chat. Yeah. What do you got, Rob?
All right. So on the human side, the Danarith.
We're both humans, but yeah, go on.
The Danarith Magistrate.
Oh, of course.
As a hate card, do you think that might have a spot in humans, or is it too
cute?
Yeah,
I see plenty of lists playing it. I didn't put it into this list. Drannith Magistrate, the new card that says you can only cast spells from your hand.
Oh, okay.
And it's your opponent, so it doesn't stop you from companioning or escaping, but it stops them.
Okay.
It would be kind of cool here because it stops Emery, Uro, and Yorion all at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, it just stops the companion, huh?
Yeah, okay. You're just not allowed to cast them. Okay. But I just don't think it's a very good card in general. And you have plenty of ways. General Kudrow is very good against Escape. You have Cage, which you want against Dredge anyway. Mm-hmm. And then you have Meddling Mage against companions. So I don't there's when you think of Drannith Magistrate, it's a card that does a little bit in a lot of different matchups. But I want my sideboard cards to do a lot in the matchups where they're coming in. Yep. And it's a 2-mana 1/3. I'm just not a fan.
That card reminds me a lot of Knight of Autumn. It's it does things, but they're so bad of things that card just, I think, should never be in a sideboard ever, but people always throw it in every deck. So
also, before we start, Ross, since you have Dismember in your deck, you can't have your companion, correct?
Oh. Forgot about that. Yeah, that's awkward.
Get wrecked.
Okay, we'll make the change for game 3, but I don't want to...
All right.
I
Okay.
just always think of Dismember as a colorless card. We can go.
Same. I for sure would not have caught that. That's for sure. Okay. Let's do it.
Thinking about mulliganing this hand.
Okay.
It's an okay hand. It's just if I don't hit a land in the next 2 draws, it's going to be really slow. I think I can brick once.
Yeah.
I really need to land in the next 2 draws. I'm a 19 land deck. So you're talking like a third of my deck right now is lands.
Okay.
So I think I am a favorite. I'm going to try it.
Okay. I like risky keeps. I do them a lot more than you, I feel.
I'm going to go to 19 and play Vial.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right.
I think this would be an easy keep on the draw.
Okay, that was a pretty good draw. We got a lot of great options to do here. It's kind of just how do we want to structure our sequences here. Wow, this is tough. This is tough. If we take a look at my hand as much as we can from the overtop here, we just got a ton of options here.
It's turn 1.
I know.
And you don't have a creature to Gallop Blast.
And I think the biggest problem is Aether Vial, so I think I just want to start with the best way to deal with that, and that is an EE for 1. So we're going to do this, even though it's going to slow us down, but it's definitely going to stem you a little bit as well. So we're just going to get a basic forest.
And the game's over. You can go.
E for 1 is good against your Aether Vial. I believe it. And now I have the freedom of just blowing it up on my turn and knowing you're not going to put a 1-drop in, because that would be quite stupid. So let's go with get a island and then just blow E now. And then it's going to be your go.
I will play a Noble Hierarch.
Okay.
Go to 18.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
Oh, man. One thing I love doing to 1 toughness creatures from a Temur deck. There's nothing like a good old Wrenn and 6 here to get this party started. All right, we're going to need a red land. Let's just take minimum amount of damage and go with that plus Astrolabe and then ping your thing.
Corey, I think you may be enjoying this too much.
Oh, my God. I sure am. I get to play Uroza and Yorion, my favorite cards.
So you're at 17.
Yeah, I'm at 17. And then it's going to be your turn. I got to draw for the Sanctuary as well, but yeah. If we have a basic mountain.
Well, and you just get an island and use the Astrolabe, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Play
Yeah, you're
Astrolabe
right.
off 1 island.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's even better.
I'm going to go to 17 and play Cage.
Okay. So that does not stop Yorion or anything, but
No.
that's not great for you.
Why?
I'm just saying not drawing land is not good for you. Confirmed. All right, so draw for the Astrolabe and then draw for the turn. Now we're going to just sack this for a snow-covered land. Get another island. Then we're going to play Uroza. All right, Uroza here.
So you're at 16.
Yep. Get a Matthias. We're going to return this, and then we're going to cast a Noble Hierarch. Past you.
I will go to 12 and dismember the Urza.
All right. Well, that is going to work.
Pass
You're
the
at
turn.
12 and I'm at 16?
Yep.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Now let's go with an attack for 3.
I'm at 9.
And gonna sack this.
You're at 15.
15. And then we're gonna go with a... Actually, I'm not gonna attack. Sorry, we're gonna keep you at 12.
I have a second Urza.
Nope. But we're gonna go with first we're gonna ping you.
So now I'm at 11.
11. And then I'm going to go with Yorion, and I'm going to blink out this and this. And then I'm going to say go and draw a card.
So what's the... Oh, you have Metallic Rebuke.
I've been found out.
Metallic Rebuke. Okay, well, I drew a land much too late.
Okay.
And I will play a card that obviously forces you to rebuke.
Yep.
I take 1, brings me to 10.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right, I'll untap. Now, that cage is actually doing work to my hand, which is lame.
3 artifacts to kill me.
I do not have any. I will go with Uro.
You're at 18.
Yep. Draw. Land. Emery. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll attack with these. Attack for 6.
I will go to 4.
All right. And tick this up for a land and pass to you.
And I don't think I have outs to stay alive.
Prob's not.
Yeah. Even if I draw, so I can copy. Ooh, actually, that will. Because I drew another Horizon land, so I'd have to go to 2 to Reflector Mace of the Yorion and be able to chump here. Then Emery gets in for 1, and you ping me.
Yep. I didn't have anything going on, but I also just get to go get another Rebuke on top.
Yeah.
And I probably could have sequenced it in such a way where I put the Rebuke on top and then Uro'd. I was just playing fast because the game was so over, but yay! The marbles are going to stay over here, and it looks like we got time for a pity game. You down?
Yep. I'm going to bring back the 4th image over the Dismember just so I can have Jegantha.
Yeah.
I honestly think I would probably want Dismember in this matchup over having the Companion.
Yeah.
Normally, but I just want to play Jegantha.
And honestly, turn 1 Vial hands like that, the only way you were punished was turn 1 EE into that. Like, I had a very good play. Otherwise, like, my hand was like Noble, Astrolabe, Ren, and EE in 3 land. Like, just a great hand, you know? And then I drew for the turn and drew Urza. So I had a solid hand.
Yeah.
But I think just EE. So then on turn 3, I just go Ren and 6 plus Noble or whatever, or Ren and 6 plus Astrolabe after I blow up EE. Obviously, on your 1 land draw, it's going to be busted. But even if you didn't, it was just going to be good enough. So
yeah. Now, if you didn't have the EE, I was going to be able to. I drew Noble. The next turn, so I was able. I was going to be able to vial that in, play Cage, and then untap and have Meddling Mage for something and Thalia's Lieutenant to protect the Noble from Ren.
Yep.
And then go from there. Then I get the vial up to 3, and I've got access to Reflector Mage and General Kudrow and all that stuff.
And you got to kill Urza. That was the big thing. That was like my gas, And then with the Cage, I didn't have Uro or Emery, and that is all the stuff I had outside of that. So you did have a chance if you could have done that, but.
Okay, I will be on the play.
All right. Well, Rob, you got any questions?
Fortunately not.
All right. That's fair. Okay.
This hand does not have a 1-drop, and I generally never keep a 7 in humans without a 1-drop.
Yep.
And it also just doesn't apply that much pressure. It's really slow.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think I got a mulligan in mind too. If this was Breeding Pool, I think I would keep this. And honestly, this one's close on the draw because you do got the E for 1. But if you don't get the land, then we just lost. So I think that was a safe mulligan. Especially with a Companion, and being on the draw and the London mulligan. I think hands like that are actually kind of not close. That's just kind of a snap mulligan, but
yep.
All right. So let's try this again in our final game of Versus Live on Thursday here.
Also, one question real quick.
Yeah.
So given that so far a lot of the Magic Online results have been companions in basically all the top 8 decks, do you think that's just indicative of the power of companions, or people are just trying these out a lot more right now?
Both. I think it's both. I mean, first we're going to start with everyone's going to try all companions, and then we're going to dial back, right? But the power of them may just be overwhelming that they stay for good. But we're going to start to see decks that don't have companion. Like Temur Reclamation is still a deck without a companion that's just very good. But people aren't playing it because, it's not the new thing. So I think it's a little of both, but definitely right now it's because it's the new hotness. So
they're overrepresented because it's the new hotness, but
Yep.
they are doing well because they're very good.
Very good, exactly. Yep.
Pretty easy to put back a superfluous copy of this card, but I've got a
Yeah.
solid 6 here.
And very easy to put back a super superfluous card. I don't know what that means when you have 3 of something.
Let's start Ziggurat Noble.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Also, Ross Tannen said he wishes you would have gone to 4, so you could have watched it this. So you could have watched it this time.
Yeah, classic.
That was our semifinals match in Dallas a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And Tannen lost his match. Brennan had won his, and I was going to game 4 again, game 3, mulligan to 4, but I was playing against remember the old Bridgevine decks before Hogak that were like Goblin Bushwhacker and like all these zeros and kind of all in. Their hand just didn't come together, and I drew, and I just went like turn 2 Mantis Rider, turn 3 copy it, like kill you on like turn 5.
Nice, okay.
And while I was mulliganing to 4, Tannen just had to leave the table. He just like couldn't take it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe that's why he hasn't won any trophies? Because during heated moments he can't take it and he leaves. I think you need to stay at the table during those heated moments, but whatever. Love you, Tannen. We got a very interesting hand. I have quite a cool sequence of plays lined up for next turn, if it works like I hope it does.
Think it's a slightly better damage output to pull sequence this way, though I do get maybe get that damage back the next turn. I'm gonna take 1, play Rider, attack you for 4.
Okay, same play as last time. It didn't work out for you then, so I hope it doesn't now.
So I'm at 19. You're at 16.
Yep.
Pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Mantis Rider. What an annoyance. Okay, I think we're gonna go like this. We're gonna get a Goose, get another Crisperone, and just pass to you. Didn't work out that great. I was hoping you didn't have the Mantis Rider draw, but
okay. Champion of the Parish.
Okay, resolves.
Champion of the Parish.
Champion of thy parish, huh? I am going to sack.
Brings you to 15.
Yep.
Rebuke.
Yep.
Yeah. Very clear rebuke there, but I got very paid off for not playing 2 1-drops last turn because I drew another one this turn.
Okay.
I was deciding between Champion Noble last turn and then attack for 2 with this or Mantis Rider. It would have let me then Mantis Rider the next turn and attack for 6 after 2.
Yep.
But this is 4 and 5, so it's 1 point more, though I do sacrifice a counter on the Champion.
Oh, I suppose you want me to show the rebuke, huh?
But I figured not only could I draw a 1-drop, which would be great, and I drew second Champion, but like drawing a 2-drop, being able to then double spell, like I think this led to a lot more easy draws. It's getting for 5.
11 or down to 10?
10, yeah.
Yep. So, done?
Yep. Let's see what Corey has this turn. He could Yorion, I guess, and blink the geese, get the food back.
That I could.
That's the worst case scenario, worst case scenario for him.
Yeah. I don't love that play, so I think I am just going to say go.
Yeah. The fact that Yorion does not block Mantis Rider.
Yeah, it's kind of a tilt.
Saying go. So you just like on a bunch of counter spells?
Maybe.
Could have like Archmage's Charm, and you'd be able to like steal the champion, which is pretty cool. But I guess I will just play another champion. Good.
Yeah, that resolves.
Declare attacks.
Sure.
Attack for 6.
Okay.
This is better against Ice Fang Quaddle rather than attacking with the Exalted.
I wanted you to just Exalted here. Would have been the ideal play for me. But I think this play is still pretty sweet. So we're going to go to
9.
I'm going to go to 7. Yeah. Get a Steam Vents. I'm going to make a food and then Gal Blast that Mantis Rider.
That is also a play you can make.
Kind of sweet, huh?
So you take 3.
Yep.
Brings you to 4.
Yep.
So
now we got a lot of food, so we do, have the ability to sack and come back, but yeah, we are life on the edge right now.
I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Land. Now the question is, do we want to try to play Yorion? Then we're pretty wrecked to a Reflector Mage. Like, it's really bad for us if we get Reflector Mage. I don't really care too much if you just attack with one creature. I just get to chump with a Goose. Or we just hold. Yorion is definitely not very good right here, but it's not horrible.
3 in hand?
2, yeah. So I'm so cheesed out dead to that stupid red card that you brought in. I think I just have to ignore that.
Guess I get Malcontents.
Yeah. I guess I'm not totally dead to it. So maybe I just want to play around as much as I can. I'm going to say go. And beginning or at upkeep.
Could have sacked Canopy on end step there, but if I draw a land, I can Jegantha, and so it makes a land a good draw. And I'm not going to be able to double spell with this.
Tap draw.
Now I kind of want a Canopy to maybe hit something.
Yeah, because now you're going to lose the mana on this essentially by tapping.
But like, what am I going to hit? If I just draw, then I get to like maybe play a 2-drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll just let it resolve still.
Okay.
And awkwardly drew an Ancient Ziggurat.
Yep.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Love that. Now we feel a lot better. Okay. We're going to go like this. Now, what do we want to do? It's probably just say go again here. Or we just get Yorion down. All right. I think I like getting Yorion down. Let's go with sacking some food. Let's sack 1 food for blue. And then Yorion here.
Yep.
Blink these out and bring these back. Get some more Barones. And I'll pass to you.
I would sack Canopy end step, but I have 2 Ziggurats, so
Yep.
Can't do that. Let's pop this.
Okay.
That was a pretty good draw.
Another Canopy?
So we had the Reflector Mage already lined up.
Okay, I'll rebuke it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast a Noble and get an extra counter anyway.
Okay. So I'm going to take 1.
I'm at 18. You're going to fetch to 3.
Yep. But I'm going to get Mystic Sanctuary as well. And then I'm going to tap 2 of these foods to counter this. And then also putting either Cryptic or Galv Blast on top. I think Cryptic is a little better. Yeah.
Well, punted that turn.
Did you put the...
Yeah, they each got 1.
Okay, gotcha.
Should have just played the Reflector Mage first and then cracked the Canopy. I would have had 3 mana up.
Yeah.
Played
Playing
one
around
Rebuke.
Rebuke would have been important there.
Then, yeah, I would have had a much better attack here.
Mm-hmm.
You would have had to.
I'm at 3 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you just have an attack, and I'm going to chump. Yep.
You can go.
Okay.
Yes, I can just attack with this one instead.
I put Cryptic into my hand, but I'll just skip my draw.
Yep.
I will say go.
Is that Canopy?
Yep.
Declare tax.
Sure.
Send. I think I have to send with this. So if I only send in for 5, you can just crack a food.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd still have Cryptic up if you wanted it, if you really needed it.
Yep.
You wouldn't have to block anything. I just don't. I would prefer not to attack with the bigger one because of Ice Fang Coatl, but
yep.
The fact that you can sack a food, I think, makes me.
Final answer?
Yep.
All right. I will gain control of it. Slide that over here. Let me know the 1 card in my hand.
Yep. So I'll name human and play Jegantha.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
I'll sack food.
Brings you to 6.
Yep. All right. Definitely not anywhere over now. You still got quite a battlefield. It's looking okay. So let's go like this. Now the question is, can I attack? And I kind of think so. You're really incentivized to attack with 1 creature here, and I have 2 good chump blockers, so we're going to get in there.
I go to 14.
14, okay. Now let's bobble you. Okay, and then draw for bobble. It's a good one. It's a scary one.
It doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah. It's still a card. It's not a land.
Yeah.
I'm used to you drawing lands in that situation, so it's much scarier than that.
But let's attack for 8.
Yeah, and I could Cryptic tap, but I don't really want to, so I'll just chump here with your champion.
Yeah. Smart to chump with my creature first in case of a Reflector Mage.
Yep. Later.
Question is, do I want to play this image? It doesn't really get me to the point where I can attack with 2 things. I might want to image something better later on.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna pass, I think.
Okay. End step, make end sack. Go to 9. Untap. Urza. Get a Matthias. Now we got Cryptic back here as well. I think we're pretty safe again to attack.
10.
Your turn.
I will cast a Thalia.
Talia. I can still Cryptic through that, and that card doesn't matter at all to me right now, so that's fine.
Yep. Counter there.
Does awkwardly make me tap a creature, but
Mantis Rider.
Mantis Rider I do care about. So we are going to counter tap would make. Well, you're at 10. Yeah, okay, counter tap, you're dead.
You make a food with a goose. Yeah.
Yep. And I have an Urza for another artifact, but yep. Counter and tap. Nothing you can do about that, you know.
Yeah, like even if you let me attack, you can literally just take 8 and go to 1, right?
Yeah, I definitely could.
And then count with,
I know you have image as 1 card, which does nothing against me, so yeah, I could just totally take it. Yep.
So there's nothing I could do there.
Nope, not really. Well, I mean, Yorion didn't necessarily look great in this, but I think maybe just this matchup is pretty nice with Galvanic Blast. The first game, I think, me winning on the draw, I think is I was probably not favored to win that game, but just some timely metallic rebukes when you just didn't have Cavern.
Never did Cavern, and or I didn't have Vial in those games either. So your counter spells were actually good,
insane. Yeah, and I couldn't really take them out because I didn't have a sideboard that was geared towards this kind of matchup that much. So I was kind of priced into leaving them in, but. Rebuke is an insane card in this deck. I think it's the best Rebuke deck by far, just because like Goose works so well with it. If I just there was a turn where I had Goose open and I hadn't used it and 2 foods, you can tap those and then tap the Goose for blue, to do that, right? That does work?
No. I don't think you can do that.
Well, good thing you didn't force me to do so because I had that play ready, but then you didn't play anything like too important. But
yeah, no, but your Yorion, like, it was still good there just as a good defensive creature.
Yeah.
Oftentimes against me. And it was something that was always looming. The fact that you had, that last game, if I just play the Reflector Mage, I think things that go a lot differently.
Maybe.
Because you have to block with Geese earlier. Mm-hmm. You probably don't get to gain as much life.
Yeah.
And maybe I can swarm you, but.
Maybe. I was still at so much life at the end, plus having Urza. I felt like I'd still be okay, but playing around Rebuke there would have been ideal because it's like the only thing I could have had. I could have had Gal Blast, but. It was also really late in the game. We were attritioned out. There were last turn. The turn before I could have rebuked you, but I didn't because I just drew it. So like it made sense to play it the way you did because maybe you drew a better play.
No, there's nothing better than Reflector Mage in your blocker there. So
True.
It was 100% right to just play the Reflector Mage first. Just
first mistake on Versus Live.
Yeah, it's never happened before. Sorry about that one. But, no, an impressive showing from a deck that doesn't have a lot of spot removal. Like you weren't even making the Gal Blast. You're able to win pretty easily. Obviously the one game my draw just didn't come together, but the other two, like I had good draws in games 1 and 3, and I thought I was ahead in basically both of them.
Yeah,
you were able to come through, and the Yorion was a big part of it. We saw a little bit of Jegantha, but by the time the Jegantha came down in this matchup, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah,
in a matchup that is more removal based, then it's going to be a lot better.
Yeah, agreed. And I mean, Jegantha there looks just really bad, but it's your 8th card in your hand. Yeah. So it's not that bad. If you get a bad 8th card, it's better than not an 8th card, So I think it's still fine.
It is better than nothing.
Exactly. It's definitely one of the cards that's just a free roll in a lot of decks. Like it has applications in Niv Mizzet and that only, but otherwise.
But in a lot of decks, it's just a free roll. Like I played it in like an Is It Browse deck.
Yeah.
Like you just draw a bunch of lands off your treasure cruises and cast a 5/5.
Yeah. Seems great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the marbles will be staying here. I got you both times this week, buddy. Companions, I guess, are a friend of mine.
Yeah, they haven't been very friendly to me.
I guess not.
O2 dropped the PTQ yesterday with Luris. And,
Have you considered not doing that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've considered it, but we've got to get to the next step of actually, implementing that.
Yeah, exactly. Man, the Monarch last night on E-League and now the marbles on back. Everything's coming up Millhouse today, huh? All right.
Wait, you mean Corey with a Simpsons reference and not Ross?
I know. This companion's rubbing off on me too much. So, all right, that is going to do it for our show here. We're a little past time. Do you have any questions at all, Rob, that we can answer before we get out of here?
Not.
Okay, no questions. People don't want to know about companions.
I think they just know enough at this point. We've seen them. They're really good.
Yeah.
Play them.
And we have Rob doing a great job vetting the should we ban the companions thing. So that's probably half of it. So great job, Rob.
So how about some subs, Rob? Yeah. Got any of those we want to thank?
We got a few subs today. Hollow Soul King 24, Ryan Tex 82 for 4 months, Paradise Sal for 5 months, and Cyanine O for 2 months.
All right. Well, thank you so much to those 4 subs. We really appreciate the support on our Twitch channel here, on the Star City Games Twitch channel, as well as we appreciate the support for SCG Premium. If you want to get SCG Premium, head on over to the website at starcitygames.com. It is $7.99 a month. You get exclusive content from some of our great writers, including that guy, Paulo. We got Jerry. We got all the goods over there. So check that out. You also get 5% off any sealed products, so any booster packs, anything like that. 10% off Magic singles if you want to get those. I think are we still mailing them out, Rob? Do you know if we're mailing out singles right now?
Yeah.
We are. Okay, so you can still pick up singles today if you want to do that. You can get 15% off supplies, deck boxes, sleeves, playmats, stuff like that. Head over to go.starcitygames.com/premium and subscribe today. Also, another one of our great sponsors, if you want to pick up one of these nice comfy chairs that we represent here on the Star City Games Tour, head over to carnox.com/SCG. You can use that affiliate link to get yourself 10% off one of these awesome chairs.
Yes, and if you would like 10% off some of the awesome shirts that we are wearing, these are from Coalesce Apparel. Head on over to coalesceapparel.shop and use the gift code SCG, and you will get 10% off of your purchases there. Last sponsor is Ultimate Guard. We've been using Katana Slaves for quite a while, and they are very nice. You can pick those up on StarCityGames.com, and if you are premium, you will get 15% off of the Ultimate Guard product, as Corey was saying, when you check out. So
extra perks.
Thanks to all of our wonderful sponsors and Star City Games. We would not be here without them.
That's 100% true. So they kind of link together. So feel free to check out SCG Premium today. But that is going to do it for us. We will be back Tuesday. We don't necessarily have a for sure scheduled plan that we're going to do. We're going to mull it over the weekend.
See what happens in tournaments.
See what kind of cool stuff's playing.
I'm sure we'll bring you some companions.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of itching to play a little bit more Pioneer, man. I don't know about you.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll think it out, everybody. But that is going to do it for Versus Live this week. We will be back Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, same place, same people. So for Corey, Ross, Rob, we are out of here. See you next week.